Yeah. Well, it's nice and cold anyway. The last day of March, and it's come cold. Sometimes it snows in April. That'd be nice. It's a lovely track. It's a track by Prince from the album Parade. I think it's Parade. It's the same album that has Kiss, Boys and Girls. Same album as that. Kind of the Under a Cherry Moon soundtrack. But I don't think he brought... There may well be a soundtrack album for the film Under a Cherry Moon, but I don't think Prince brought out a dedicated album for that film, soundtrack album for that film. Yeah, I think it's Parade. It's called Parade. Around the World in a Day. 1999. This came out in 1982. Purple Rain. Around the World in a Day. Around the World in a Day. Was that before or after Purple Rain? I think it was after. Parade. Excuse me. Parade. I think Parade came before Love Sexy. I can't remember the chronology. Sign of the Times. I think that was 1987-ish. Because the Black Album subsequently being released by Warner Brothers. But that was to come out, but he withdrew it and brought out Love Sexy instead. There's some talk, there's some suggestion that he'd made the Black Album and it was like, oh, on reflection, it wasn't it was kind of, it was a direction he didn't want to go in. And so he got Love Sexy instead. And in fact, if you listen, I was lucky enough some years ago to get a copy of the Black Album. It sort of appeared in a few shops, second-hand shops and that. It wasn't an original, it was a copy. There were, like I say, there was somebody got hold of some and managed to copy them and get them out. I'd heard a few tracks off the Black Album prior to getting it, managing to get a copy, but it's a good album, but the feeling of the Black Album is very different. It is almost a polar opposite to Love Sexy, because there's one of the tracks, Alphabet Street from the album Love Sexy. It's out on, it was released as a single, and you can get a 12, a nice long, an extended version of it. And the B-side is an awesome piece of music. This is not music, this is a trip, I think. It's one of the things that... one of the bits of dialogue in the particular track. And yeah, it is. It's really good. So if you've... I can heartily and highly and wholeheartedly recommend Alphabet Street, the single or the EP or whatever, like a 12-inch version, and there's a B-side, and it's just, it's fantastic. Mute for me, I don't know, for a lot of people, I think they say smell is very closely related to memory. A certain smell can bring back a certain memory, and also I believe for me, music can evoke a particular time, a particular memory, a particular time in life, time in history. Songs and tunes that were playing while you were doing certain things, or you were with certain people. And yeah, Alphabet Street. as I say, it's it's fantastic. I have to preface everything that I've just said in so much as I have spent, and indeed the people I used to, the circles within which I used to move, we used to spend big money on the reproduction of vinyl. Yeah, and big money, massive amounts of money. A lot of money spent on hardware to get that, to get as much information off the LP as you could. Play it back to the highest quality you could possibly achieve. Yeah. And just sit and listen to a piece of music off vinyl. Yeah. And in those circumstances, Prince has delivered some absolutely, not some but always, memorable experiences. Yeah. Praise be.